Today is November 15, 2011. They're voting basically to reverse the pledge that Horowitz had made when they settled the land in 2003. Now he's basically saying he'll pay him $3.6 million so he could have the rest of the land back.
I call it a bait and switch, breach of public trust deal that Jan Perry's trying to jam through for Ralph Horowitz. It's a classic thing. He said one thing when he got the land, that he would give this green space, these soccer fields back to the community, and now when he has trouble selling it, he wants to change the deal.
And really at the end of the day, this is an end run on the CEQA legislation, which basically says you can't change the quality of the community, you have to make the community better.
This rises to a citywide level. This was an epic struggle for the future of LA with the largest urban farm in America.
What do we want?
Green space!
When do we want it?
Now! No more warehouses in South Central!
No more
Warehouses in South Central!
Second, I would like everyone who came to support the amendment today to stand up and to be recognized.
This has the appearance of delivering for developers public assets so that people can get reelected. That's not the kind of region I want to live in.
Oppose the sale of this land
Del 41 y Alameda.
at 41st and Alameda.
Y la razón más importante para mí
And the biggest reason for me
es justicia ambiental,
is environmental justice.
justicia de salud para nuestra familia,
Justice for our family, the health of our families.
porque no tenemos comida saludable.
Because we don't have healthy food.
The South Central Farm spearheaded and inspired the national urban farm movement. There is now a global recognition of the importance of creating and supporting sustainable, self-sufficient communities, local food security, and livable cities. We need green jobs, not sweatshop labor jobs. We need green, open space, not more pollution.
The technical term I see up there is administrative exemption, but make no mistake, this is about a broken promise. This is an integrity check. We've got a developer who said one thing to get what he wanted. Now he's being aided by a councilwoman to say something else to break that promise to get something else.
In this case, we are looking at a heavily traveled, heavily industrialized zone along the Alameda corridor, where it would be inappropriate to spot zone for residential uses. To rezone the area would be contradictory to any effort to reconcile poor zoning decisions made in the past, and makes no sense at a time when creating job opportunities should be the #1 priority.
You have to bring a pollution to our children! Who's gonna pay when my children get possible? Who's gonna do anything?
I'm so upset right now. I'm just shaking. I can't believe how cynical and blatant and even joyous Jan Perry was in terms of orchestrating this sort of corrupt theater, you know, by bringing all these people in and giving them t-shirts and busing them and giving them free lunches and stuff. There's nothing but good that comes from the South Central Farm, and that comes from its potential to be a farm again.
There was no discussion at all by the council members. There was no interaction between the council. There was no questioning of it. It's politics as usual. It's business as usual, and it's got to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is we just keep going. We keep chipping away at it.
It's called a bulldozing. This is our second bulldozing. You know, it's so clear that you know, the goal, as like I stated to them, the goal, you know, if you vote for this, you're voting to cover up the original backroom deal, and we think that this is still the case. You know, at the end of the day, the community loses all the way around. You know, we lose because there will be more contamination, there'll be less open green space,
And we could create something really unique in South Central that could be an example for everybody. Because the reality is that we have already invested 20 years of our life in this project. And if they think we're going to go out just like that, they have something else coming their way. Educate, empower, and advocate for environmental justice and green spaces in our community.